Up next, we have a recording session and conversation with Flint Eastwood
from the Michigan House in Austin, Texas.
All right, we're coming to you from the Michigan House in Austin, Texas. I'm here with Jax of Flint Eastwood. Jax, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Thanks for joining us today. So tell us a little bit about Flint Eastwood and maybe a little about Assemble Sound. What's your story?
Yeah, for sure. Well, I go by, I am Flint Eastwood. I technically say that it's me and all my friends. It started as an ongoing project since I was in high school. It's I like to say that it's alternative pop that never sleeps.
Okay.
And I currently write out of Assemble Sound, which is an artist-run collaboration studio in the heart of Detroit.
And Assemble Sound happens inside of an old church, right?
Yeah. It's one of Detroit's oldest churches. It basically exists because there was this gap in the Detroit scene that we saw, where all of these great artists were working, but they were working incredibly individually. And so what we wanted to do is we wanted to create this space where they can all get together and create like they did in the Motown days, where it wasn't uncommon for Smokey Robinson and the Supremes to just sit down and make a track just because.
Yeah.
And so we wanted to create that again in Detroit.
So you kind of live in, like, surrounded by this buffet of musicians and even probably technology and instruments. How does that influence the way that you write and create your sound?
It influences it very heavily. Everything I do is extremely collaboration based. It's really nice because I'll be working on a track and suddenly another band from Detroit or a musician from anywhere, it could even be from Grand Rapids, will walk through and be like, this guitar part would sound cool there. And we're like, cool, grab a guitar, let's do it right now. And it's just this kind of thing where it's a continually evolving process that can consist of whoever wants to be in the room. Like we have no limitations with who we write with.
Very cool. So how do you approach releasing that music? Do you wait until you have, enough mass to do an album release? Do you do it one at a time? Do you real time? How do you go about it?
I personally prefer to do EPs. I like to have like little collections of songs that I feel like represent a part of my life. My most recent release is called Small Victories, and I wrote it after the passing of my mother. I wrote it about all of the stages of grief that I went through and kind of just wanted to really process what was going on, and I did it by creating music.
So at Assemble Sound, you're actually sharing that experience with your friends too and helping process the grief in a collaborative environment. That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, it was very healing.
So what's the next EP that's coming?
We'll have to see. It's again, it's ever evolving. Like tomorrow it could be something where we're like, well, these 5 songs fit together. Let's release it next month, or it could be next year, or basically whenever we decide. Just whenever we have an idea that we feel like is full is when we release something.
Great. So what are you doing here at South by?
We're playing a couple shows. We're playing Atypical Beasts on, where are we playing? We're playing some places. We're playing some places on.
You're going somewhere. You have a whole crew that's going to shuffle you in the right direction.
Yes,
that's good.
I show up and I play sometimes. But yeah, we're playing a couple shows on 6th Street, and then we're playing Rachel Ray's Feedback House tomorrow night at 9:30. And it'll be cool. Just kind of meeting people and trying to experience the culture.
Very good. So where do people find out more about Flint Eastwood?
FlintEastwoodmusic.com.
There you have it. Thanks.